The following video is for entertainment purposes only, and maybe some travel information. The paranormal can be neither proven nor disproven, and as such, take everything I say and do with a grain of salt. The purpose of this channel is, and always has been, to inspire people to go ghost hunting and experience it for themselves. Now sit back and enjoy the video, traveler. The Wayside Inn, Middletown, Virginia. This decorated building stands as a testament to both time and history, having been built in the 18th century and operating continuously to this very day. This building, filled with character, stands proudly as the centerpiece of the sleepy town of Middletown, Virginia. But is it haunted? In 20 minutes or less. Greetings, travelers. Once again, it is I, the Reverend Victor S. Johnson, and I've been places you've only read about. This, as always, is my co-host and producer, Dudley, and we have an amazing one for you tonight. But first, please remember to like and subscribe. Now on to the video. You might recall, traveler, that a few months ago I had business in the state of Virginia. Well, I closed that business out with a stay at the legendary Wayside Inn. First things first, traveler, let's talk about the history of the inn. Now, I'm going to give you an abridged version on account of the fact that when you decide to stay at the Wayside, you get a packet of history in your room that you can follow up on. Life began for the Wayside Inn as a stagecoach stop, a meager kitchen in the 1740s, this according to the Wayside's own website. From there, in the 1750s, the stagecoach stop expanded into Larrick's Tavern, which we'll discuss in a moment. And finally, in 1797, according to the Wayside's website, the inn part opened up. Currently, they claim the title as America's oldest motor inn, and I haven't seen any reason to dispute that. During the Civil War, Confederate General Stonewall Jackson led a successful engagement against a retreating Union army. Furthermore, the inn served as a Civil War hospital to both the Union and the Confederates, which is speculated to be the source of much of the ghostly activity. Now let's talk about check-in. Check-in was a breeze. The staff is very friendly. Although, please bear in mind, traveler, you must inform the front desk prior to your stay when you will be arriving, as the hotel has very limited staffing and very limited check-in hours. In addition, and I took a photo of this sign, a sign at the desk reads, "Be advised, no commercial photography without the consent of the owners. However, we encourage social media photography, so I'm making a judgment call here, and as a result, there will be no advertisement for this video, not on my end." I was then shown to the gentleman's parlor, shown to the sitting room and the game room, told about the restaurant and Wing Wednesdays, which will come up in a moment, and then I was shown to my room. My room is very nice, very lovely, and the bed is quite comfortable. The shower also worked very well, and as I mentioned earlier, there was a history packet in the dresser. However, I had driven about 5 hours from North Carolina, and as such, I was hungry and needed a shower. So before the ghost hunt, Dudley and I resolved to have some cheap chicken wings down at Larrick's Tavern, and let me just say that the service and the chicken wings and the patrons of Larrick's Tavern were amazing. Everyone was so friendly, and the wings were delicious. They were cooked perfectly, medium well, and sauced amazingly with my favorite buffalo medium sauce. The folks at the bar and I talked about the recent Fallout show that had hit on Amazon Prime at the time. But, now filled up, Dudley and I had a seance to perform in our room. A myriad of paranormal phenomena has been reported at the inn over the years. Employees and guests often report cold spots in their rooms. Apparitions can be seen of both soldiers and a strange lady in a blue dress with a high collar. Some people report having pleasant dreams, and others report having nightmares. Room 14, which I did not stay in, appears to be the most haunted, for better or for worse, but the ghosts are reported as very kind. With that, let's get into the video, but before we begin, I have to put a few things out there, traveler, because this might just be the most supernaturally active hotel we've ever stayed at, and funny enough, we've stayed in a converted mental institution. It should be noted that lights flickered on our ceiling fan, which could be bad wiring, and at the very least, added to the atmosphere. As always, this footage is presented unedited, except for time, and as always, should be taken with a grain of salt. Is there anyone in here with me now? Can you activate one of the devices on the end table? There are 3 of them, including one easy to move. By all means, cross my path and make yourselves known. Okay, I'm going to add something in. The blue light came on weirdly when I started the task cam to record. So if anyone is here with us now, please make your presence known. Thank you. Can you make the light flicker on that chandelier? That was actually pretty cool. A little bit creepy, but really cool. Okay. We're going to try to do some communication at this time. While I'm booting up, do you have anything else to say? Would you like to play with the toy ball on the end table? Would you like to say anything into the device you now see with the red light on it? Would you like to cross paths with the green light? Anything you'd like to do? Let me know. My name is Victor. We're going to start something in a moment. It is an app that makes white noise. You can respond through it. Just give me a moment to boot it up. In the meantime, if you want to make anything flicker again, that might be cool. Is anyone in here with me right now? Please come through one of the devices. My intentions are good. I only wish to document and learn. I do not mean to encroach, nor disturb your rest. Thank you. Do you have a thought you'd like to articulate? Do you have anything you'd like to articulate? Please respond through the white noise at this time, or move the ball. You can also say something. I have a recorder that will pick it up. It is safe here. I can assure you of that. We've known each other now. You've seen me sleep. Please feel free at this time to respond to any of the devices. It seems like you're trying to come through. Can you focus just a little harder? I'll give you another minute. But I think we're almost there. Please feel free to say something into the white noise. Was this your bedroom? Did you live in Middletown? Did you see what Stonewall Jackson did? Please respond. Please respond if you can. Please give response if you can. Going to give this another minute. Then I'm going to try one more device. Good morning. And thank you. I'll have to play that back. Can you repeat that? Can you tell me your name? It is light out. Yes, I did wait until morning. I learned a hard lesson in the Southwest about doing this before I go to sleep. I dreamed very well, thank you. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. Do you have anything else to say? Again, my name is Victor. Thank you. Do you have anything else? I appreciate you moving the cat ball. Feel like you're trying, but I can feel the energy. Would you like to say something else into the white noise? I'm going to give this another minute now. Okay. I'm going to cut it off. We'll try one more thing and then I'll be out of your hair. I've got to check out anyway. Thank you very much. Goodbye for one moment. Spirit, is there anyone in this room with me right now? Can you please cross the dowsing rods? If yes, leave them uncrossed. If no, contact. Spirit, did you die in the 18th century when the inn was in its infamy? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes? Okay. Spirit, were you born of man? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes? The cat ball is lighting up, by the way, if that's not coming off on camera. You can kind of see it in my shirt. Okay, sir. There it is again. Although, come to think of it, that could be a bus outside. Might just discredit the cat ball for this investigation. I digress. Sir, did you work at the tavern? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes, or uncross them if no? Did you meet any of the founding fathers or revolutionaries at this tavern? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes, uncross them if no? Sir, did you meet your end of natural causes? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes, and uncross them if no? Did you live a long life, sir? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes, and uncross them if no? I'm sorry to hear that. Did you die of disease? Can you cross the rods if yes? Again, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you own the tavern, sir? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes? Well, thank you. You have a fine tavern downstairs and a great hotel. Do you love the state of Virginia? Can you leave the rods crossed if yes? Sorry, it would have been a commonwealth, but yeah. Well, it would have been a state. Very good. Do you still look over the hotel and the patrons? Well, thank you. It was a very nice stay. I am going to break contact at this time. Can you please release my dowsing rods? Both of them, including the left one. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say goodnight. I wish you peace. I wish you well. Thank you for looking after me. Thank you for looking for the other patrons. Please separate our connection. Please bring the left dowsing rod back towards me too. Please let go. It's okay. And the left one, sir. Please bring it back towards my shoulder. A little bit more. We both have our day to get about, and you've got other guests here. Thank you, and goodbye. Just give me a moment to boot it up. In the meantime, if you want to make anything flicker again, that might be cool. Now, before we sign off, traveler, it should be noted, I know in the video I say that there's a truck outside and that's likely what moved the cat ball. And I really did believe this, but on a whim, before I shut everything off for good, I did the jump up and down test to get the cat ball to move on the table. It never went off again. Once again, you be the judge and let me know down in the comments. As for now, Dudley and I must be moving on. I am the Reverend Victor S. Johnson. This, as always, is Dudley. Safe travels, traveler.